And if this doesn't work out, we can always just scrap this anyway. What's up? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Servida, and I want to show you something. Actually, let's do it over here so you don't have to see my boring ass face the whole time. I'm wearing green. I'm an idiot. Now, I started this YouTube channel January 2018, and the reason I made this channel is because I wanted to sell more beats. And at that time, I thought that was the only way to make money as a producer on the internet. So the plan for my YouTube channel was I'd make a beat, I'd make a tutorial on that beat, and then people would want to buy the beat. I never really thought this through, but making a tutorial wouldn't attract a rapper, it would attract a producer. Now, if I'm making a tutorial that caters to producers, I'm not really attracting rappers, which means I'm not really selling beats. Actually, let me pull up my numbers for you. I'll show you I'll show you how bad I'm selling beats. Okay, so these are my BeatStars stats over the last 6 months. And you can see that I just made under $2,000 over the last 6 months. You know, if you showed this to me 5 years ago, I'd be pretty happy about it. But at the moment, I have over 250,000 subscribers. So this number is terrible. If I had to live off these beat sales, I would be dead 2 months ago just from starving. Luckily, I do make a living as a musician now. I make a lot of money on YouTube through AdSense. Thank you so much for watching. And I've had a lot more success selling drum kits and loop kits because I have an audience that's mainly producers. So to summarize, I'm quitting beat selling. I don't have the audience for it. I can spend that time doing something else. Now, I want to talk about samples and loop kits. Let's say we have a sample pack. It's $30 and we get 20 loops. Now, anytime I would buy that, I'm never using every single loop in the pack. It could be that loop is specifically not my style or I just plain don't like it. But to me, it feels like I'm not getting my money's worth. And I feel like other producers would get that feeling as well, especially for my kits because I like to move around in different genres. Now, I think the best way to move forward is to stop selling it in packs and start selling them individually. A good example of this is a website called Splice. You get to scroll through a bunch of samples and purchase the ones you want. So you're pretty much purchasing every single thing that you want. Now, the problem with Splice is that it's a big company and they're only allowing this for the top producers. You're going to see samples from Wonder Girl, Boy Wonder, Scott Storch, just big names. And at the moment, they're not going to let people like us sell samples on their website. So now if we don't have it on Splice, then we're going to have to make our own. Now, if I'm picturing an ideal sample store, I can easily preview samples. It's tagged so that you can prevent theft. Everything is within one browser, so you don't have to go to Soundcloud to preview it. You can offer deals and discounts for people who buy multiple samples. Attributes like that would make my ideal sample store. Now we have the idea, but the problem is, how do I make this? Now I have very little knowledge at website encoding, so making this from scratch is going to be impossible. And then I remembered, oh yeah, I quit beat selling. And I have a BeatStars page here that's collecting dust. So why don't I turn my BeatStars page into a sample store? Everything is in one browser, so you can scroll through all my samples very easily. You can search by genre to make samples easier to find for you. I can create bundles. Let's say you buy 4 samples, you can get 2 for free. You can implement contracts. Personally, all my samples are going to be royalty free, but if I was doing some master clearance, I can easily implement that when you purchase a sample. There's already a tag system so that you can prevent theft. BeatStars should be giving me money. I'm gassing them up like crazy. I want to show you the process of how I would upload a sample to the store. I just finished up making the sample here. It's like a guitar pop thing. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is export it to WAV. I have a BeatStars folder, so I have everything in here. I'm gonna name the sample La. I'm going to label the key, which is A flat minor. Label the BPM, 94 BPM. We're going to export it, really easy. Now, BeatStars has a tagging system, but in their default settings, it plays after 15 seconds. That's pretty bad in the context of samples because, you know, one sample might be 20 seconds long. So pretty much the entire thing would be playing without it being tagged. So what I personally do is I have a tag right here at the bottom that I'm just dragging and dropping. So it's playing immediately, and I'm just looping it till it's finished like this. Cut off the rest of it. Check the level so it's not too high. Hello. Just wanted to check in on you. Hope you're having a good day. So now what I'm going to do is export it once more. We are going to click this. I'm just going to name this tag. It's a bit of extra work, but it takes like 10 seconds. I'm going to drag the original one into this untagged wave, and I'm going to drag the tagged one into the tagged audio. So what's happening is when you preview it on my store, you're going to hear the tagged audio, but once you purchase it, you'll get the untagged version. I'm going to say it's a pop sample. Put some tags in it. It's vocal, it's guitar. And I already have default settings, so it's just going to automatically load up this sample price. And then I just put in the BPM and then we're good. Look at that. It's so easy. If you're an independent producer selling samples, I think this is a really good option for you guys. I've had this idea a few weeks ago, and during that time, I've been making samples like crazy. There should be over 50 samples on my store right now. If you want to hear a specific type of samples, make sure you comment below. Also, if you do this idea, please tag me on Instagram. I would love to hear your stories and results. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. If you have any suggestions, leave a comment. If you like this video, leave a like. If you really like this video, subscribe. If you didn't like this video, leave. Just leave. Get out of here.